Great weekend of football too, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. It was some great football being played. And before we even get to it, I will say that I was expecting for one of the games actually to be a blowout.
What you mean?
Like, I wasn't expecting for both of the games to be like, I knew they were going to be competitive, but I didn't think that the score was going to be that close.
For both games?
Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought one was going to be a lopsided victory, and then the other one was obviously going to be the crazier game.
You thought one specifically, or you just thought that?
I'm not going to hold you. I thought that
the Lions.
No.
You thought the Baltimore game?
Baltimore and the Chiefs was going to be the lopsided game.
Which way?
Baltimore.
You thought Baltimore was going to get on that with them?
I thought it was 38-24 was my score. I thought 38-24. And then I thought the Lions game played out just like how I thought it was, by a couple points. But it was good football all the way around. Crazy games, but good football.
I'm in the crib. Now,
Okay.
we haven't really shared. I was trying to not jinx it. But look, I'm the first alternate for the Pro Bowl. I mean, this episode might drop and I might actually be in the Pro Bowl. I guess Roquan and Pat haven't decided what they're doing.
Okay.
God bless them. But I'm Team Ravens. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
For a couple reasons. We Ravens. I'm watching Lamar highlights versus us versus me.
You supposed to do that?
All week, like let's go. Obviously, just rooting for Lamar, knowing he's a great player.
Sure.
Just wanted, you feel me? Him to make that ascension, and man, it was a battle, bro. It was a battle, man.
To say the least.
To go in them games, bro, just experience, bro. Sometimes I just think experience is the best teacher, man.
Is that's what takes it over the top?
It's just, I feel like it's just crazy to me sometimes when I watch sports and I just think about like, even like, it's like kind of how Michael Jordan said, I made so many game winners because I missed them. I missed so many. Like, you know what I mean? You know that famous quote we done seen on the every graphic ever.
I missed 1,000 shots
some
that
girl
year.
doing curls or something. You feel me? They didn't just put that bitch anywhere, right? But it's so true just because, like, Patty and the Chiefs losing, first of all, they were a playoff team before Patty was a starter, so that's one. Kelsey's been in the playoffs multiple times. Patty and them losing to Tom in the AFC Championship game in 2018, my rookie year, like, experience. Like, losing in a Super Bowl before, experience. Like, it's just sometimes I just feel like, I don't know, man. It's just sometimes I feel like some of the greatest, like, runs, they get started by that moment of failure right before you peak. You get what I'm saying? Just because you just be so used to it, like, you just understand what that moment calls for. You know what I mean? Like, having shown up and maybe not have had the right energy or might not have had the right mentality, game plan, whatever it was, and then it's like, all right, the next time you get there, y'all going to take advantage. I think that showed up in the San Fran game. Having them been there last year, been down big, and just on some like, bro, we ain't going out like that shit again, regardless. Like, we don't give a fuck. Like, last year, Purdy got hurt, but we don't care. We not going out like that. If we going to go out, we going out like this.
Yeah.
And that allowed them to shake back. And that's what I think played, honestly, the biggest role in both of them. And sometimes I think people underestimate the experience on the coaching side too, bro. Like, just Kyle Shanahan and Andy Reid. I mean, obviously Dan Campbell and John Harbaugh. I mean, John Harbaugh's a Super Bowl champion, so I'm not going to disrespect that. But I just think just them having been in them situations pretty much over and over again, experience is the best teacher, bro. I just felt like they just felt more comfortable in that situation. But
when you say that, is he like kind of, because I feel like I hear what you're saying, but like for you, when you think about obviously being in the playoffs, playing in the playoff game, but then being at, I guess, like the AFC or NFC championship, and then you're talking about experience and that taking you over the hump over another good team. What is that exactly? Like, what, like when you say experience, like what is that? What do you mean by that?
I would just say, like, I just understanding those moments and understanding, like, for example, just fighting through adversity on those type of stages. I just think being in those moments and being on them stages sometimes it brings out a lot of emotion. It's easy to go into it with certain expectations, but then you got to understand at the end of the day, y'all came here to win this game. Okay. Like, biggest, and definitely shouts out to Baltimore and the Lions. First of all, I just want to say this too. Please don't make it seem like I'm the nigga on the couch judging the guys in the arena. I respect the shot. First of all, shout out to the Lions. Shout out to I train with all them boys. So shout out to all the Tampa boys. My man Alex Anzalone, Barnes, Cam Sutton. That's my dog. Iffy. Shout out to Syracuse. Y'all know I'm putting on for Syracuse.
Yes, sir.
First of all, y'all be in the comments saying I'm putting on for Philly all the time. I'm never not doing it. I just keep telling y'all, Philly, Syracuse, Indiana, y'all keep acting right. I'm just going for y'all. So look. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because when I bump for your guy, don't do that. Even though that's off pod. I actually got to tell you some shit about your man, but we're going to get into that.
We'll get there.
But, no, I mean, like, for example, like, I felt like in that game against the Baltimore, Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Kansas City came out, and I ain't going to lie, Patrick was efficient. So I think he started off 11 for 11, just kind of just picking his shots, knowing he don't going against a great defense. But I truly feel like once they went up by 10 points, like the game wasn't about, okay, now don't be wrong, they was being aggressive. Like I said, they went for it on fourth and 1 in the red zone. They was being aggressive.
We'll talk about that.
But I do think like at a certain point, it was more about like, we got to get out of here with a win. More than we want, okay, Rashee Rice, we need to get him 8 targets, or what's my man, Pacheco, we need to make sure he get 15 to 20 touches, and okay, we got to make sure we targeting Kelsey this much. Or we got to get, like, it was more about what did the situation require.
Call for it, yeah.
I don't really think that a lot of, like, I done been in a lot of situations where you be in these big games, and sometimes, and this is on all levels, but you done been in big games and you get more enamored with, like it's Madden. Like, you ever be playing Madden and you like, all right, like, say you got the coach, like, Pittman got to go for 1,500 this year, so I'm going to just keep calling this play to him, or damn, my JT need 200 yards this game so I'm about to just call this one run play so he keep going crazy. Like, you feel me? You trying to make sure certain people get certain stats and shit like that, and in the end of the day, you stop thinking about what's the most important thing, winning the game. Yeah. So, like, I feel like just being in that scenario, knowing that you got a capable offense like Baltimore, and just knowing that, you feel me, they got certain things going on, I just felt like Kansas City just did a good job, like, not getting out the game with a win, because not like they snuck out, but you could tell when they changed modes on some, like, all right, we got the lead, we got 2 touchdown lead, let's get out of here with this win, like more than we want to score 30 points a game. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's what I think. I just think being in them situations you just kind of know how to act more. Like, you know how to adjust. You feel me?
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not that John Harbaugh and them haven't been in that situation. Like I said, Harbaugh, but that team specifically, Patrick, what, they won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, they just won.
I think, then I saw the stat in the Lions San Fran game. I think the only 3 who had ever even been in a conference title game was Goff, Alex Anzalone, and C.J. Gardner, Chauncey. Chauncey Gardner. Yeah, that one. So you look at San Fran, it was a whole team.
They had been there. Yeah.
Yeah. And they stars, stars, backup role players. Like, everybody knew what it meant to be in that moment and failed.
Kittle. Yeah.
And had to live with that. And sometimes I just think, even for us, like, I take it back to Indy. Like, I think sometimes your failures teach you just kind of how to overcome that next moment. Like, you know what I mean? I think that Houston loss at home, as much as that shit hurt, it's preparing us for the next moments and the things we got to come in the future to push further than where we was last year. So
is it? And just let me know if excuse me, if this sound crazy, but like, definitely, like you said, in terms of like experience. But is there a point where you have to overcome success too?
Like, getting used to winning all the time?
Well, and more so in a sense, like, how can I say this? Because I feel you. It's more so San Fran to me than Baltimore. It was like, bro, we've been here before. Like, win the game. Like, actually, like, do what you need to do to actually win the game. Like, that's what I mean, like, overcoming success. Like, I gotta go to the next step of what this is. We can't just keep like, oh, championship game. No, you have to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh, break through that board.
Yeah. You got to go through.
Well, I think Shanahan just kind of said it the most. Said it the best. I mean, like, I feel like, going into the playoffs, everybody kept putting up the stat. Oh, the Kyle Shanahan coach teams are like and whatever the hell. You know how they come up with them stats. I keep telling you, y'all got stats for everything. Stay away from my stats. Leave me alone about that shit.
He tapped his leg 10 times. Tap his leg 10 times, the fastest in the league.
But yeah, and I mean now, and look how much that stat matters, because the last 2 games they were down in the fourth quarter and came back and won.
Yeah.
So now the stat is whatever it is, but he just kind of said, and I think Purdy spoke on it too. Just when they were down 17 and a half, and they just basically said that they wasn't going to lose, and they wasn't going to lose. They had all the confidence word, and nobody blinked. And I ain't gonna lie, watching that game, and I was actually talking to E, my mentor, about this earlier too. Yeah. Gained a lot of respect for McCaffrey. I mean, I already had a ton of respect for McCaffrey, for who he is as a player, what he's done this season, his career, and all that stuff. But bro, like, I think he was just showing that true dog on Sunday, bro. Like, they was striking his ass, bro, dumping him on his neck and shit. You see, like, it was one of them games, bro. Those was championship games, bro. Like, it was lit to see. You know what I'm saying? 2 Titans kind of going to battle. Like I said, I'm just a fan of the game. Yeah. It was impressive.
Yeah. So obviously, I know he was your competitor for the whole season, but if you could give a thought at all about how you feel about where Lamar Jackson is right now, in terms of like just playing as a player.
I mean, 2-time MVP. I mean, but
it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot.
He facing a lot of criticism right now. And what I've come to realize and understand is, like, that's a part of the journey. That's a part of the growth. You know what I mean? As much as, like, you'll look at it and say it's unfair, or, they judging him too harshly. Why do they judge him this way? Why do they not judge this guy the other way? And while there may be some validity in that, they going to judge you, like you said, until you break through. I think it was just one of them years we all wanted it for Lamar. We all rooted for it. Like I said, I was rooting for him too. Just not only for, wanting to see him achieve that. Shit, I'm trying to get to the Pro Bowl, nigga. God damn. I need y'all.
I need you, brother.
I am. But I mean, but like I said, I think it's one of them things, and look, it's the same ththing I felt like San Fran had to deal with last year. Like, last year, having been such a great team, having achieved so much success, and then to go into the game and lose to Philly like they did last year, they had to sit and deal with that the whole offseason. True. That was the narrative the whole offseason, how they lost.
San Fran couldn't get
them going back and forth with the Eagles about what would have happened if Purdy would have played and all this other stuff the whole offseason. And now it's kind of like, you know what I mean? That's just on Baltimore to deal with. That's on the Lions to deal with. That's on, all the teams that, felt like everybody, the thing that everybody keeps saying, and I ain't going to lie, vets in the league have obviously heard it a bunch. And I heard Dan Campbell speak on it. I don't know how I felt about the head coach saying that, but he was just basically saying, like, there's no guarantee we're going to get here next year. Like, that shit is a fact. Bro, I think that's what I was talking to E about this earlier, because we're going to get into that shit too, because a lot of the narrative right now was saying that Patty is better than Brady. I done seen that a few times. They starting to create that narrative and shit, and I'm like, look, I'm staying out of it, because I feel like y'all keep saying shit like that. We gonna piss Brady off and he gonna come back and play. I truly believe
Tom he got coming back, bro.
I believe he got that shit in his back pocket. The only reason why I don't think he would, honestly, is because this shit is a true, like, it's at least June to February. Like, this ain't, no disrespect, this shit ain't basketball, dog. Like if Bron was to sit out the whole season, he could come back and after All-Star break, use the whole lead up to the playoffs of getting in shape, getting warmed up, and then maybe go through some struggles that first round, but by the conference finals be ready to go. He could do that. He could. He's good enough. He understands the game. He could do that. That's the difference between basketball and football. And football, bro, that shit is a grind. And the main reason why I feel like he wouldn't do that is because it's 18 weeks. And just back to our original point, bro, that shit is mad unpredictable, bro. It's so much grind and shit your body got to go through. It's so many highs and lows and different shit that can happen in the season, from injuries to momentum to all this other shit. It's just no guarantee you're going to be able to get back there. That shit is just really difficult, bro.
Even Brady being the best player ever.
Yeah, but at his age and just like I said, at the physical nature of the game, we watched the game. Mahomes got punched in his shit.
Mahomes did get punched in his face twice.
My mama do go up. My man stole, bro. Yeah,
nah, he did.
He earned that, John. Yeah. It was cool, little 15.
Nah, for
cool 15.
Sure.
Hey, look, sometimes you gotta give him the 15 and just walk it off.
Just go ahead with it.
Yeah, man, that was a good John though.
Hey, you actually out of pocket. He gonna call you for the fine.
Yo, I ain't got it. All them boys richer than me. I ain't got it.
That's wild.
Yeah, nah, but look, man, it was a good game, bro. Like I said, definitely shout out to the Chiefs. Shout out to San Fran. Hell of a game. Looking forward to it.
Is this a matchup? Is this what we wanted to see?
No.
Okay.
Or the Chiefs, like, I hate to even say that, like, it's weird for me to think about it and even talk about it and shit because, like, I'm in the league, but people, I keep saying like the Chiefs are like the new villains of the league, like the new guys
Super
that
villains.
Nobody want to like and shit like that be winning. Whether that's true or not, I don't know if I'm co-signing that, but I mean, niggas is winning. I mean, somebody got to knock these motherfuckers off, bro.
I mean, are they super?
I always feel like when I'm watching people play, like, I just feel like, because I've just come to realize that the NFL and just sports in general is just so storyline based.
True.
So I just be understanding how each storyline is going to progress with a win or a loss.
Okay.
Like, for example, if Baltimore won, Lamar, two-time MVP, Super Bowl, he took his team to the Super Bowl. Yeah. I'm telling you, I was telling Dylan this off camera. Bro, if they win the Super Bowl, that Baltimore Ravens defense would have been looked at as one of probably top 5 all time if they won that Super Bowl. With the amount of all pros, the talent they got on that team, statistically, what they did this year, if they would have added a ring to that, they would have been put in that conversation with 2013 Seahawks, the Steelers. 85 Bears, still, like, they would have been in that conversation with a ring. But without that ring, it hurt. Like, you feel me? Like, you can't, they can't stamp certain shit without the ring. Them other teams got the ring. That's the only difference. Like,
Ray,
you know what I'm saying?
Ray and them.
Yeah, Ray, and you see them out there. I didn't see T Suggs out there. I love them teams, bro. Oh, man, crazy. I love them teams. Bro.
Football back then.
Oh, man, wasn't it?
Yeah, football was football back then.
Oh, man, that was just my man Jamal Lewis.
Yeah. You just,
That was great. That was great ball back then, bro.
Great football, bro. It was great football.
Man,
was that a young Flacco?
They had a young Flacco back when I was trying to explain to Candace the last time Baltimore and San Fran played in the playoffs. Remember the lights went out for like 30 minutes?
Yes.
That was cheating like shit. They cheated. They cheated that shit.
They cheated the game, bro.
That shit was cheating, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was cheating.
They had momentum, bro.
Bro, San Fran was beating their ass. Ryan ain't gonna care, bro.
Nigga had to regroup.
Look, Ray get mad at me all he want. Bro, they was on their ass. The lights went out for like 45 minutes.
I was hurt at home.
They had to re-warm up, all that shit.
I was hurt at home.
That's crazy.
Look, food like gone. Shit. No chips. Like, damn, bro, we done ran out of everything.
That was a hell of a team though that they had back in the G.
Nah, for sure. That was a great team. Great team.
Man, but
great team.
Yeah, I mean, but and like even like imagine what that win do for the Lions. Like, man, it was just like, man, like that team, they are already a legendary team in Detroit history. Like to take that Lions team, that program where it was from to where it is now. Happy for them boys. Proud of them boys, man. My boy Alec was out there striking McCaffrey ass, too. Stop trying my dog. He stood tall in there. Shout out to Alec. That's my man. He wasn't playing with McCaffrey. First place stood him up. Okay.
So, I mean, and I think in obviously in dramatic fashion, I think that you mentioned it before, was that San Francisco had to boot and rally. They had to come back. They had to, try to get their situation together. How is that with playing with that large of a lead for
there you go.
For the Lions?
You're trying to get me started. It's just, the Lions, man, just tough. You playing against a great team.
Great team,
great coaches.
Yeah. Great weapons.
Yeah, they just took advantage, man. I don't know, just watching the game is just tough. Tough to do. I say it all the time. I mean, I feel like holding a big lead early in the game is tough. But I felt like, other than like how I feel like most teams typically respond, like a lot of teams respond, they just going 2 minutes. They just going dink and dunk you all the way down to the game, all the way down to the red zone. And now it's like you pretty much playing red zone defense the whole second half, which is terrible.
Okay.
And then it's like on your offensive side, sometimes your coaches or something may not be as aggressive and, they kind of, you feel me? I don't think the Lions did that. I think the Lions had a good plan. It just San Fran came out on some like, we about to play our game. Like, McCaffrey came out, popped out, boom, Purdy, boom. I mean, that bomb to Ayuk was crazy.
For sure.
I'm starting to realize, too, like, receiver just mean catch the ball. I mean, I know we all love when Justin Jefferson just one-hand that bitch or T. Higgins just grab that bitch out the air or some shit like that. But sometimes, like, being a great receiver is catching the tip pass off the DB. Just grabbing that motherfucker.
That's a fact.
That was a tough-ass catch, bro. Tough-ass play. I thought he scored that shit, too. I thought they burnt him for the tub. But
Youngin number 4, though, is crazy for the Lions, though. Am I tripping? 4 or 8?
You talking about the running back?
I think, no, he was the wide receiver.
Oh, you talking about J-Mo?
Yeah, bro.
Took the reverse?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I saw what they did to Fred, too, bro. That shit was kind of fucked up. But that's why I always be paying attention to all them little gadget dudes. Like, J-Mo gadget guy, you got to know he fast.
Yeah.
He got all that. When motherfuckers like that close to the core, you got to just, something about that shit don't seem right. But I saw what they did, though. They pulled the guard opposite of the reverse. And Fred just kind of saw, like, whoa, that shit don't make no sense. And just stood a little bit. That's all it take. That shit hard, though. I saw that shit. I'm like, I done did the same shit, gang. You just sometimes like that, but that's great play calling though. Like when they'll give you a false read just to fuck up a player, just knowing what you looking at.
Yeah.
They pulled the guard away from where the reverse was going, and he like, whoa, well, why the fuck they pulling? Ain't nobody. And then boom. Next thing you know, J-Mo hit that joint, got out the gas. So yeah, but look, shout out to the team, shout out to the winners, shout out to the losers. I'm a loser. Join us on the couch. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm be at the Super Bowl either way. Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Hey,
what you want me to do? And I'm lit to see Ursher.
He's an Ursher.
I'm lit off the Ursher. I'm lit off the Ursher.
Baby tonight. The DJ got us falling in love.
He gonna play that, but I ain't even looking forward to it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You gonna be I don't know about you, but I would be a couple shots in, and by the time he get to that bitch, I'm young Terry Crews moving. That's going crazy.
He gonna have a bunch though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. Good night.
It was a good job, man.
We are here. Super Bowl week is upon us.
Well, it's Pro Bowl week now, but
Pro Bowl week.
Super Bowl is on the way though.
Yeah, that's right here, bro. Man. It's ready. So
everybody hating. We about to see Taylor Swift and game management. That's all we about to hear. Taylor Swift and game management.
2 days, bro.
Taylor Swift and game management. Hey, they got to kill all that game manager talk too about Purdy. They have to at this point, bro.
You got to?
Bro, he came. That's the biggest comeback in NFC Championship history. He came back down 17 points. Or was it 21 or 17?
I think it was 17.
Bro.
17. Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, I understand the point, but shit. Like,
but I'm saying, though, you got... Nah, I ain't gonna say he ain't game manager. He ain't game manager, but I mean, you have so many weapons, bro, out there at tight end, at wide receiver.
People just not comfortable with the quarterback not being the best player on a offense.
That might be
That's
it.
what it comes
down.
They love giving the quarterback so much credit that it
it
just hurts them to know that like San Fran is comfortable understanding that. Yeah, McCaffrey, Debo, Trent Williams.
The offensive line.
Other monsters over here. But Purdy definitely putting on, bro.
That's a fact.
Like I keep saying, like, it's power to somebody being able to run the show. Like, that's a skill. I always also say, too, a lot of people, like, okay, you can have talent around you. A lot of people don't know how to make talent look like talent, though.
That's also true.
That's a skill.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of people, you be out here, oh, my God, if they had a better quarterback, they'd be nice. Or they had somebody, like, what the fuck? Everybody look good. And he cooking, so that don't make him good?
That's a fact. I think Purdy just get the flack, though, because he remind you of, like, a subpar quarterback at this, like, a great-ass high school. Like, I really feel like that's what it is. That's fake. No, I'm saying, though, that's real shit.
This real shit that he a subpar quarterback?
No, I'm saying, like, to your point where you were saying, like, everybody's just, like, or is comfortable. It's not comfortable.
Oh, because they don't look a certain way.
Yeah. I just feel like that's what it is. That's how it looks.
It is what it is. He got that starting spot. And he doing everything he's supposed to do with it. And he about to get the big, stupid bag. Big, stupid, ugly, nasty bag. And I hope he celebrated the right way. I went all Persian
roads.
You crazy. Abu Dhabi. I want my man out there, helicopter. Get my man all that shit. Fuck it. He went crazy.
Yeah, he did.
7-round dudes. Putting on for the gang.
Okay.
Yeah, look at me. I just claim everybody. Look at me. I'm not thorough. What else we got going on? That's football. Was that enough? I hope it was. I ain't playing. Like, I don't want to be that guy, but I get it. I understand the game more than everybody else, so it is.
And they want to hear you talk about the game.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, so shout out to the game. I ain't gonna lie, the last thing I'm gonna say is I am a little disappointed too I really wanted to see Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Roquan, Pat Queen, Super Bowl. I really wanted to see that. I would have loved to see the whole Super Bowl like build up and all that shit be about linebacker play. Yeah, I would have loved that. I would have loved it. I really would. I mean, shout out to the gang too. Them boys was looking good. Shout out to the Lions. They linebackers look good too.
That's a fact.
The game too. So yeah, look, that's all I got football wise.
Okay.